So, hallo und herzlich willkommen zu Dogma 2 wieder. Heute geht es natürlich um die Stadt. Das ist unser Charakter. Das ist natürlich
I am
meiner.
attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. Where ought we to go now?
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? If I learn of a matter that requires your attention, I shall inform you directly. If I learn of a matter that requires your attention, I shall inform...
So, wir sind oben.
Going out, are you? You sure that's a good idea? You seem right. You ought at least rest for the evening. There should be a spare bed in the lodgings yonder. Only don't go rushing off before you're ready. Take it from me.
Well met.
Okay.
Much obliged.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Hoy there. You seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else I can offer, I'm afraid, but you'll... Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. Still, 'tis worth devoting yourself to a vocation if you can. Opens up new doors, it does. You should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it. They've much more to offer.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
A moment long awaited. I knew 'twas only a matter of time before your skills reached a new height.
There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach.
A visit to Melve might jog your memory, Master. It seems the village yet reels from the dragon's assault. Follow me, Master. I shall...
Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece, if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way, then?
Ocado. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my
I'm a man.
thanks. And Ocado's as well, I'm sure.
Perhaps we ought to hurry.
Hmm.
Lest we arrive too late to be evade. Follow me, if you would. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
I will finish this, here and now!
Yes, I've used this on it. Später. Das noch hilft.
So cloak.
Is that all of them? You have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. I'll have to train harder, till I have the confidence to face such beasts on my own. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again.
Shall we report our results?
Wo ist denn hin, hä? Ich finde das so cool, als wir den Weg leiten eigentlich. Und Tiefengestür eigentlich ziemlich krass. Aber halt.
Over here, if you please.
Gehst du mit mir hin, hä?
Tis this way, so this is Merl. The scars left by the dragon's assault are plain to see. Mayhap a walk through the streets would help jog your memory. When the Arisen appears, so too does the dragon. 'Tis an immutable truth of this world.
You have my support.
Ja, wirst Blut und Monster wird die Box.
I've a selection of wares that's sure to please.
Geil, ne? Das wäre.
Go on, have a gander as you pass by. Hope to see you again.
Master.
Raus.
That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
Make haste! Get yourselves to safety! This moment forth, thou art arisen, charge and all.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me.
Es ist nicht schlecht.
goodness. How are you feeling?
Like,
This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas terrible. I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. But you hung on and by some miracle survived. Arisen. I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. The ruler of Vermund, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use.
Might I
The hint.
interest you in my humble wares? 'Tisn't easy traveling out in the world, all alone. Hope to see you again.
não sei o que eu faço. Ja. Also Tages. Das ist Manx, ne? Okay.
'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
The angel is good. Okay. Wird Jagdnummern, oder? Hm.
He really ought to have returned by now.
Mit Fürststädte. Ist ganz krass.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, and at close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance between you and your foes. Very well. There is no wrong choice, but I shan't take up any more of your time.
Meisterlich mächtige Fertigkeit, die Lauf gewonnen werden kann.
Moment long awaited. I knew it was only a matter of time before your skills reached a new height.
There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead's waiting for you.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorrow. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that, if you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit robberant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Mount.
Yes. They're old. Denn was zahlen, oder?
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
Ist auch das zwar.
I'll use this chance to commit myself fully to the study of the arcane. I'll impress you yet, Arisen.
It will be an honor to serve by your side.
Aktives Heilmittel oder was? Ja.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
Oder hat er mir keine geschickt? Okay.
This is a powerful weapon. A single bolt loosed from it would carry tremendous lethal force.
It is not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagined would be most beneficial in... combat.
Einfach Fragezeichen.
I'll sleep like a log tonight.
Doch mal hin.
Might I interest you in my humble... wares? Hope to see you again.
Esto muss kombinieren. Sprachen souveränes. Du bist wieder zurück. Hey, nein, da ist das. Müssen wir gleich warten, oder was?
You've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
Ich muss eigentlich... Oh.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Ich muss erst mit gehen.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
Alter. Ich kann meinen Hauptboss nicht weg tun. Oh, Magier. Geh weg.
The time of our parting has come. Thank you for everything.
Shall we discuss tactics now or later?
Einfach so auf fucking Saal herum. Das war noch nie gesehen.
Said Rebel wishes to speak with you, Master. Shall we go to him? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
Guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Well done.
You'll find none lighter on their feet than a thief. I'm sure my talents will be of use to you.
Okay.
Over here, if you would.
I see you recognize my worth, Arisen.
I learned of a forgotten rift stone in this area during my time beyond the rift. I can take you to it, if you like.
Nein, wie hast du wieder ausgegangen? Hinter 53er Ding herum, Alter. Ja, ich spinn.
Goblins, Master.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
This calls for a cure.
Was excellent. I could have done no better.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
Nicht schlecht, ne? Endlich eine.
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ricardo. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none the worse for wear.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
wir Level 35. Was sind das denn eigentlich? Genau, Grünlatte. Ja, den Kopf geben. Ja, Level 35 Charakter.
I grant you roaring flame.
Genau, sind ist doch nicht ausgleichen können.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Aber nicht ausgleichen können. Trinken, bewegen, Kartenmenü, Kamera ergreifen, suchen, sprinten. Andere. Okay, was ich weggeschickt habe. Da ist der andere.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
So, die haben mir ihre Tests. Okay.
Here we are.
Always sets me to think.
What's going on?
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
What am I to do? He really ought to have
Hast du
returned.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
Das Zahlen tauschen.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit rubberant for me?
Wie viele Art von Medizin, die es hergestellt wird.
Oh, well, if you do pick some up.
Ah, well met.
Schon bessere Bogen, ja. Waren.
Here for some fruit, Robert.
Bogen.
And are we?
Wenn wir den Kampfbogen verkaufen. Gar nicht.
Always a pleasure.
You ought not tarry, but deliver what we have retrieved post haste.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me?
Einfach mal kaufen.
So this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
It was a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Mal eigenen Vasallen kann man herstellen. Da ist eine Nachschlag. Allen auf der Festung andere Spieler belohnen, um Hilfe zu bitten. Okay. Also, falls ihr Bock habt, kannst du gern mal eine ID hergeben oder ich gebe euch meine ID. Den Simba kann ich nicht wechseln, oder?
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize. We may benefit from pursuing the information.
You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That blessed puss. Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for naught. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I'd go and search for him myself, only I'm not afraid of monsters. But 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run, so I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. Please, sir. I worry for my many thanks. Right, go into the forest, and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye. My brother and I are the only ones who use that path. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, right. In we go then. My life's in your hands, friend.
Let us do everything in our power to render aid to those in need.
Okay. Gib uns einen Link.
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once.
Ah, kommt hier weg. Link. Ja, voll dunkel. Wenn das nicht der Fall ist.
Seems naught ever goes right.
Wieder vergessen, Alter. wie man Steuerrad benutzt.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Hier kort aan het, was me heen brengt.
This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten rift stone lies nearby. Shall I escort you? You there, Master?
Is there aught this pawn might do for you? Shall we seek some answers?
Fertigkeit, neue Natane. Das sind ja bleibt immer eigentlich.
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Das mit der immer bei mir bleibt. Aber Arsch, der hat ja einen Magier gemacht.
Here we go again.
We fight. To arms.
Understood.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Mayhap people think this a trifle, but curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
Fascinating.
Das nicht der Hinterhalt ist.
I've an inkling. This place will yield a rarity or two.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
Wenn man mit die Lampen einschaltet, schickt der mir hier. Das Gebiet ist riesig, hä?
Can anyone hear me? Please!
Norbert, are you hurt?
Prepare yourself.
You'll get what's coming to you.
Efficiency at its best.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
I'd thought I was done for.
It was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, I... Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. and I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Aye, you'll hear no complaints from me.
We must proceed with caution, lest our charge come under attack.
Hier kann ich nicht raus werden. So, jetzt kann ich alles wieder zurückhatschen.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
Shall we set it rolling?
Pilz kaufen.
That's it!
Might I be of assistance?
Ja, was hat das gemacht? Das ist auch gar nicht.
I should be glad to assist you, Arisen. You called? Forgive me, but you do not appear to be in need of aid.
Ja, der Wald ist nicht gar nicht. Wie schnell ist es durchgehen kann. Es ist wichtig. Ich hätte echt bloß das einzige Vasall ist. Ich hätte keinen Krieger gemacht. Ich hätte mehr Magier-Vasallen gemacht. Und ein Baum. Wenn ich jetzt schon auf 35 Vasallen dabei habe, mega, hä? Ölpfeile. Okay, immer Paket. Ja, passt. Machen wir gleich nochmal zum Dorf vor.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him?
No.
So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets, even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. If I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Melv shan't lack for medicinal herbs. 2 good deeds in one, you might say.
So. Das muss ja mal mit deiner mit, oder?
Make haste then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
It shall be done. I am here to aid you, Arisen.
Okay.
I'd wager our merry band can handle whatever comes.
No challenge is beyond our combined might.
Right you are.
Here we go again.
We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort.
Ja, aber was ist Wunder?
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Mond ist ja Lamplaut, ne?
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Well done, Master.
Das Spiel echt genial, hä? Das ist richtig geil.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet not all claim the truth. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, you would do well not to
da.
I mistrust our journey.
Euer LAN fertig, ne?
An obstacle blocks our way. Perhaps we might remove it by force.
I can attack, if need be. I would gladly be available.
Use these flames to smite our enemies.
Deswegen. Geiler Popplotsch, ne? Ja, wir machen jetzt Licht. Ich mache Licht. Ah, da. Was ist das?
An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
It would be a good place to take stock of our surroundings.
True enough.
Ein herrlicher Anblick, Landschaft in allen Richtungen zum Falten.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Huh.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Das ist eine Kiste. Hoppala. Ich hätte einfach einen Weg gehen können.
I should be glad to assist you, Arisen.
Der Ring der Macht verleiht Geistesträgers mit seiner Magie resoniert. Ringe durch Feuerangriff verliert den Schaden.
A curative ought to do the trick.
Kann nicht alles gewesen sein, oder? Suche Medaillons. 240 diese Medaillons über das Land verteilt.
Ah, now here's a surprise.
A splendid discovery.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Nicht schlecht. Ich hätte nie erfahren, dass das da gibt. Dann kommen wir jetzt da wieder runter.
The same foe? Again?
Ingenious. My own master must hear of this tactic.
Now that is a surprise.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Jetzt nicht gewusst, dass da was ist. Ne? Wir haben eine Latte gesehen. Schlecht. Das man halt nicht, wenn man die Wege abgeht. Sieht's gern nicht.
It shall be done. I am here to aid you, Arisen.
Dieser Hammer. Ah, wieder Latte, hä? Eigentlich hast du dir die ganze Zeit hin und her halten mit Geleit. Nein, musst du nicht gehen. Ja. Oder kann ich da oben gehen? Möglichst. Damit. Da kann ich den mitnehmen. Wenn man dort ist, noch nicht.
Then I shall remain by your side.
Das ist sie verstärkt mit Bogen mit Magie. Nicht schlecht.
Battle. I grant you roaring flames.
Was ist das? Wer ist das? Danke mal, ja.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
Woher wohl?
Fancy a gander? I find goods for sale.
Jetzt haben wir einen Kreis gemeint, oder was? Kreis gemeint. Ich bin ein Kreis gemeint, Alter. Ich hätte doch da rechts weitergehen müssen.
Now I've gone and stepped in it.
Can't expect to fare so well every day. I'm dead on my feet.
Ah Gott, ich kann nicht umhatschen.
I'll not stick my head where it will get cut off. I'm nodding off where I stand.
Ich bin ja Mann.
Let me get that.
Haben wir nicht Greifen vorgegangen und so. Ja, ne. Das ist typisch strengst Dogma, ja.
Yes, Master.
Okay. Wo ist die Rente jetzt weiter? Kann ich nicht so nachkommen. Aufgehört. Muss wieder zurückhalten. Hier wieder ehrlich nicht so passen.
This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Halt! State your business. We've orders to keep this gate sealed till the Watchhead returns.
Alter, ernsthaft? Ist der Trottel nicht mitrennt? Noch mehr Hatschen. Aber der Idiot nicht mitgekommen ist. Hallo. Ja, nicht sicher nicht nochmal. Hallo? Rennt der jetzt weg? Das ist Leitturm. Nummer 2. Kommst du daher? Ist jetzt das System so broken, dass du da nicht herrennt? Echt broken, das System, Alter. Scheiß Ernst. Was das für richtig, was das wieder für Runde ist. Wie ist vorstellen, ich kann eine ganze Runde rennen. Scheiße. Wo rennt der hin? Rennt er weg? Rennt er weg von mir?
We've a choice of where to go, but how to know the path best traveled?
Let us trust in ourselves and proceed with caution. Very well. I shall return.
Alter, ist den ganzen Weg noch mehr hart schnell. Weil er broken ist. Alles nochmal laufen.
The day grows darker with our every step.
We shall have to rely on our other senses, as the darkness robs us of our sight.
Oi, where do you think you're going? Our destination is the border.
Ich weiß, aber wenn er nicht geht, was soll ich machen? Der Auto läuft halt komplett einmal die falsche Richtung. Ich wollte eh zu starten. Ich bin ja schon mal komplett Umweg gelaufen und wirklich komplett Umweg. So ein kleines Trottel her. Ist ja blöd, dass du meinst. Kommt der so fahren wieder her. Blöd ist halt, dass
Hold here
du
a
meine
moment.
weg
I shall
kann.
bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An arisen, by all appearances.
An arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
Mal durch. Ja, das ganze Gebiet da abgeriegelt wird, so ein bisschen komisch.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
Lagerfeuer.
A common reward. Frustratingly so. We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Ah.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to with curate. The greatest luxury civilization grants is the density of goods. Out here, we're...
Er hat noch keine, oder? Der Job von eigenen Vasallen echt nicht aus.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead. Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Kann lang dauern, oder? Die Hauptstadt ist unten, Alter. Ich bin gleich wieder da. Das wird sehr lustig, wenn ich da komplett um mich rennen muss. Also so ein 53er Vasall und ich kann aber meinen eigenen austauschen. Das heißt, der bleibt immer. Den kannst du nicht austauschen. Und irgendwie komisch. Ich hoffe, das könnt ihr mir irgendwie erklären, ob man den doch vielleicht austauschen kann. Weil den will ich nämlich nicht haben. Mhm.
Is everyone all right?
Ja, ich
All
war nicht einmal in
marks
der
of the
Nähe.
dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Ich hoffe, man kann den Vasallen echt austauschen. Also bleibt der immer da.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
We must not let down our guard. Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
Machen wir den allein, der hat hier dabei nichts mehr tun.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory. Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead...
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Die Mucke ist halt da geil.
Achieved remarkable synchronicity.
Once more.
Einen einfach so Vasallen durch die Gegend, habe ich.
Now, what might that be? We ought to take a closer look. I will finish this, here and now.
Der Magier ist so mächtig, ne?
Use these flames to smite our enemies.
Ja, gehen wir mal weiter. Nächste Lagerfeuer.
You see aught untoward?
Ich will dich da nicht hergehen.
What's this? We're trapped.
Ja, zie je het aan mijn polskamp.
Fie! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
A Cyclops. Pray, be on your guard.
Do not despair. I'm coming to your aid.
Go where your help is needed. Continue our onslaught, and the behemoth will soon topple.
But fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Geil.
It is time we made for the pit, to inform the people of Earth that the Arisen is coming.
You have my gratitude, sir. Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now. The road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling, if we could summon one.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little...
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try...
Ja. That's Hauptstadt.
Look here. Water is seeping through the cracks.
Ja, das darf nicht ins Forst.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
You give me.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
It would allow us to save our strength. Assuming we're not attacked, that is.
Oh gosh. This said, Geil, Alter, wir Genau, mit einer Vasallenseite mitziehen.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Prepare to engage!
Eller treffen musst du da mal.
You have my protection.
I grant you roaring flame.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right? Into the ox cart.
Hier, eine da. Ist eh nicht weit weg, also schauen wir, wie weit das noch ist. Ewig weit weg, ja.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first, it would seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming.
Da bin ich mal gespannt.
Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with your majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Cool. Und zu starten.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
Hä? Ich weiß nicht, negative Status mit Effekten, und regelmäßig Zufügung von Schaden oder Verwundung machen, bestimmte Art von Angriffe. Sie sind nicht auf dich und deine Vasallen beschränkt, sondern können auf Feinde zugefügt werden, was große Vorteile im Kampf bringt. Siehe den Eintrag jede Schwäche und zu Rate, um Funktionen und Effekte zu halten.
Boy, that's not on.
Ich will nur mit nächsten gehst. Ja.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Wo ist der Lader? Da.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell us, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Welcome, good sir. My services, should you so desire, I can help you find your truest self.
Alter Schwede, hä? Ah, du kannst den Tante Aussehen anpassen, okay.
Hope to see you again. Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Ja, wie kommt man da auf? Okay. Ah, Later. Ah. genau springen. Okay. Mal. So. Woher? Und so auf.
Might as well take a look while
Ah,
you're
da
here,
oben
eh?
ist irgendwie.
Well then, son, how am I going to return?
Okay.
With a ferry stone in hand, we can travel wheresoever we please. 'Tis not an item to be squandered.
Den Reisestein. So, dann gehen wir mal in die Kathedrale. Den großen Weg. Ah, okay. 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 So, was für Stufe bin ich überhaupt? Oh. Was? Ah. Hm. Ausnahme. Was ist denn? Rift, was du beschwörst, was zu nutzen, die du an vergessen Riftsteine, den du weltversprechen hast, Riftkristalle verbrauchst. Okay. Okay, da passieren. Okay. Ja, da gibt es ja so eine monatliche Rangliste. Mhm. Okay. Das heißt, du kannst dein Bild echt nicht austauschen. Ja, mal komplett lesen an, was du willst. Aspekte. Ah, okay, das sind vergessene Riftsteine. Habe ich aber schon dann auslaufen. Das Zeichen ist gesagt, das Wissen könnte für ihre Kraft mit Absicht nützlich wäre. Okay. Die im speziellen Vasallen im Bereich auf die Vasallen angeht. Okay. Und herrscht Vasallen, du kannst mit dem Reden, mit Zivilvasallen deiner Gruppe anschließt, das Steigen geht doch nicht in der Stufe auf. Wenn die sie begleiten, daher wirst du feststellen, dass du im Laufe des Anzugs Zivilvasallen brauchst. Okay. Das heißt, endlich wird der Umfang einen Riftstein vergessen. Oberriftstein. Aber ein verborgener Riftstein. Oh, irgendwo, oder? Wo war der Fluss? Da müssen wir wieder aufgehatschen. Weiter weg sein. Hm. Okay, wie kommen wir in die Taverne? Ah. Taverne anmachen. Ich hätte jetzt die Taverne.
I can't wait to see what the day holds. No one's Not a care in the world.
Entschuldigung.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance?
Ah, okay. Okay, Erzmagier. Bogenschütze. Kernfertigkeiten. Ermöglicht den Anwender, Pfeile schneller anzulegen, lösen oder ruhigen Schuss verwendet. Feuert einen Pfeil, wenn der Anwender zurückspielt, nachdem er einen Sprungtritt oder einen Fronttritt in der Luft aufgeführt. Drücke X, während du einen Tritt Hinterhalt. Vervielfacht den verursachten Angriffsschaden, wenn Ziel keine Kampfhaltung einnehmen. Ja, noch genug. Kann ich umändern. Machen wir ihn zum Magier oder machen wir ihn zum Magier habe ich eigentlich. Eigentlich ja cool, wenn er Beste ist. Erzmagier. Weil ab der Seeligkeitsvermittlung. Man könnte die eigentlich austauschen. Machen wir die. Kannst du immer wieder wechseln. Hm. Stäben, vielfachen Zaubern. Mhm. Ja, Heilzauber, Zaubern, Ziele wechseln. Genau. Das ist scheiße aus, ne? Vielen Block. Kunst des Feuers, die Waffe verzaubern. Noch das da. Mit Blitz kannst du lernen. Okay, das machen wir gleich alles. Hier Hinterhalt. Feuerpfeile kalt für ein Bauen. Als Feuer entfernten Schuss kleinere Ziel umwerfen. Schon ruhigen Schuss werden Pfeile noch mächtiger. Das ist Sehkraft und Spannen. Ruhiger Schuss oder das drücken, dann RB loslassen oder das dann neu drücken. Okay. Schuss. Ah. Eine Greife mit Öl. Ist drauf oder der Angriff explodiert. Viele Nägel durchdringen, 5000 Pfeil zur Hand ist. Schreckpfeil. Bogen. Oh, alles geil.
Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or great swords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members.
Neue Mitglieder nicht
And we cannot
ausstatten.
simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this dome. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase all. May fortune smile upon you.
First, we must find out how to procure what we require. Then our search can begin in earnest.
Das heißt eigentlich, nee, Seilrüstung, Bogen. Seilrüstung kann ich nicht tragen. Was? Fastschmied.
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're from the tell of it. Their lair lies somewhere along the western road. Pray do be careful. If all losing my wares for good would make me sore, but no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
Was hast du? Er ist sehr schwer. Es ist er, oder? Es ist Magier.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Westliche Straße. Schaffe der Magiestock und Schwert. Als Gildenleiter musst du dir eine Waffe schaffen, wenn du das Erzmagier. Der Rolle Schmied bestimmt Waren wurde von Kobolden überfallen. Es scheint, das Lager versteckt irgendwo nordwestlich. Norden. Nordwestlich, fast aussehe. Das ist Norden. Norden? Wo ist Norden? Norden, Süden, Osten, Westen. Osten.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
My pack's grown rather
Ja, weil du das tragst. Das ist ja wohl ihrer.
heavy.
Perhaps 'tis time we returned to our base of operations and deposited some of our finds.
Okay.
Do stop and have a look. I've
Oh,
wares
fuck.
of every ilk.
Das haben wir der App jetzt noch mit drauf. Hm. Ja. Jetzt aufmachen. Ja. Fokus springen oder was?
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Was? Noch Nordwesten. Was die Richtung. Das heißt, steigst du nicht hier einen Rang auf? Oder nicht? Na, die steigen nicht im Rang auf. Die kann ich lassen bis 3 hervor.
Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs, just to be sure.
Obwohl die Elena nicht wegkommt. Ja.
I knew the village would be in a bad way, but never did I expect to see an entire basket of saurians picking up.
We've got goblins! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Use these flames to smite our enemies. I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
Watch yourself. I'm not someone you want. You're going to regret that.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Here, asking for it.
Eine Fahrform. Wenn ich nordwestlich muss. Ist so noch links. Oh, wo ist der?
This is my end. So be it.
That bloody hurt.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Ich gehe nie mehr wieder her. Hä?
Well done.
einfach mal.
Prepare yourself. Really now. What are you doing?
Ought not to be so careless. No worthy of caution. Lord save our best will do.
It seems you have enraged our foe.
Might we not use their rage to our advantage?
Understood.
Da haben wir wirklich einer.
No harm shall come to you.
Auch müsste helfen, ne?
The enemy slows. Perhaps we'll tire them out.
We must not give them a chance to recover.
A focused attack will end this foe.
Ihn ist, echt schwer. Aber wir sollen mal.
As a matter of fact, often we call on you to carry the burden.
Ach shit, das ist geil aus, das Fleisch, ne? Das ist echtes.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
Agreed. We ought to give ourselves a chance to recover ere we continue on our journey.
Haben wir mal ein Goblin. Best.
At the ready, everyone! 'Tis an enemy raid!
We must remain vigilant.
I grant you roaring flame!
Was passiert denn so, hä?
I can do no less in service to your mission.
Well said.
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
Brauchst du jedes Mal? Ja, muss ich leider. Ich hoffe, dass diesmal jetzt geht, ne? Wenn ich jedes Mal das Lagerpaket kaufen muss, was geht. Verliert ihr jedes Mal Lagerpaket? Fixer noch, Alter.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective. protect you.
Was ist da aber? Ernsthaft, geht mit die Sau an?
Master, are you unharmed? Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
You must cleanse yourself of that oil, post haste.
Was ist da los, hä?
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. What's up there? I can't make much out from here, but I have a feeling 'twill be worth the climb.
It is good to see you in fine fettle, my friend. I've a request to make of you, sir.
Wurde vom Dienst abberufen, Ort, viele Wegstunden von der üblichen Route entfernt. Ich kann schlecht viel missachten, aber die Straßen sind sehr.
Thank you.
Ja. Also was anderes pur, aber dann komm mal mit. War echt anderen Begleiter, hä?
Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
We ought to take a closer look.
Und die Stadt eskieren.
That wasn't a home vision. I knew the village would be in a bad way. But maybe I
Was Rest vom Lager. Kostet noch. Wo noch westlich. Bahila ist echt falsch. Kennt ihr einen Beat
We can
nehmen?
see far from here, to the land beyond the sea.
One day, when we're well prepared, perhaps we might venture there and explore.
Thank you. This is for you, if you are agreeable.
Muss noch mal ein paar anderes mitnehmen.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, hier ist viel.
Ah, excellent find.
Muss anderes mitnehmen. Hm. Er hat gesagt Nordwest. Wie weit in
There is a rumor whispered among pawns that I have oft pondered. The gist of it is, when pawns travel beyond the rift, we can contract a peculiar illness that imperils the lives of those around us. At first, we are only restless and excitable, but in time we become so unruly that even the Arisen holds no sway over us.
How terrible.
Wat nog is.
We shall have to...
Welcome to the Star Tropic. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Always a pleasure. Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I... Always a pleasure.
And stuff. Stuff.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Ah, was die ruhiger oder was?
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? Very well. I would not think to press you on this matter. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, what say you? Might you be willing to aid me in I prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend all. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are, you will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you. Yet I fear we have few other. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels for now. Though, would that I could undertake the task myself. But my station... What say you, your Majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray you...
wir das?
Over here, if you please.
Was ist
Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
bringst du mir?
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few. We have arrived. It seems we must...
Wenn wir nach dem Palastgelände erwischt ist, mit Boot.
part ways for the time being.
The sooner my duties
Ah.
are
Warten mal, ob das Dog wird, oder?
I'd sooner stay out and battle where it's possible.
right at last. Those new recruits could barely lift their swords.
All these tribes have their numbers on my shoulders.
Have you business in Batal? Then you, good sir, will require, and don't go thinking you can slip through the border checkpoint without one. Trade twixt our nations may be on the upswing. So, should you seek entry in future, I bid you take the proper channels.
Das ist eine oder nicht?
Not of import ever had to be anyhow.
This armor's far from comfortable.
Wir müssen aufgehen. Hä? Wir müssen nicht tun.
I must earn.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Mayhap I'll come here and have a day to myself.
Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
Ich sehe mir das Bild an, kann nicht der Schlüssel nutzt, aussehen, kann bloß falsches Timing sein. Korrigieren auf die Tageszeit. Das heißt, du musst nicht eine. Ja. So die Frage, ob wir das achten darf. Wenn ich das gemeint anhabe. Ja, okay, das ist grob. Hmm. Um. Huh?
Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste steel.
Hi. Lass mich durch. Hä? Ich hab keine Ahnung, wo ich bin. Ja. Lauf ich da jetzt falsch oder was? Ah, lauf ich richtig.
Would that all places were so welcoming as this. It's a bit early for a rest as yet. Tis our duty to see this peace.
It is good to be reunited.
Hm. So, schauen wir mal rein darf.
You are the Arisen, yes? Follow me!
Jetzt den Weg, was ich gegangen bin, oder was?
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced. Pray, be cautious.
Das hat mir letztes Mal hingeschickt. Wurscht. Hä? Bin ja nicht aufgegangen. So aufgegangen.
Who's there?
Ben?
Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light?
Dann habe ich geholfen.
Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose.
Hmm.
My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape. Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Ja, sehr unauffällig.
Anyone gives me a chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale.
Gute Idee, der Rüstung.
Wonder if anyone will stay here with me.
Oh, got to keep moving. Lest I fall asleep.
I'd sooner stay out.
Aber am liebsten hätte ich halt anderen Gegner.
Always sets me to thinking.
Wish I didn't leave the pot on
Hä?
the fire.
Bist du jetzt reingegangen? Komm, ich geh, Alter.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Ah,
No respect for this.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to... There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Pray, make use of the key I gave you to enter. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
I'm not sure what we're dealing with here. Phasus. Now there's a name to remember.
was? Das ist so eine.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty while examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crownflowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that your majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man. I am glad to hear it.
Over here, if you would.
More. There is much we ought to tend to. The citizenry have called up. What say you? I thank you, your majesty. There are 3 locales. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestate. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight.
There is no shortage of...
There is much we ought to tend to. The citizenry. As for your destinations, the first is Trevo Mine. Next is Half Village. Finally, is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the...
Ok, chiamiamo il magistrato.
Just nodded off for a moment there.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
But not at the expense of my duty. Now. So, you've come. Captain Brandt bade me allow you.
Dove?
The best quality a soldier can...
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with 3 options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been upended, or Jesus arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? They say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. contexts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Disa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here.
Findet einen Ort mit vielen Büchern. Hier ist ein Ort finden mit vielen Büchern. Ja.
Like it or not, I must go where duty calls me.
Das Zelt verlassen, wenn du für ihn einen Zuflucht ausfindest, der seine Wissensdurst stillen kann. Aber ich will jetzt drin suchen oder nicht? Erstmal Küche, Audienzsaal, Wachhaus, Übungsgelände. Magistratszimmer, Dienststelle. Welcher ist das Magistratszimmer? Man muss hier draußen was finden. Aus der Rechnungsprüfung, Klaus Anwesen. Im Haus. Ah. 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 Was will jetzt was mit vielen Büchern tun?
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Gute Frage. Haus mit vielen Büchern.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Warum?
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Where's my game? My claws could use it too. Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
What teachings might salve?
Ah.
The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey. Devote my life to prayer and
Where was I headed?
I must be
If I sleep on my woe,
Must
may
is
have
really scary. I've never seen them.
got a crack a few skulls if you want to be told.
Swear it. What should I do?
Muss jetzt Haus mit Büchern finden. Ah. Leichenhaus. Anna. Handelsbilder. Ja, wieder da. So. Haben wir noch mit unten noch. Nein.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant those
I'll hold on to.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor?
Yeah.
Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Let us begin by gathering information.
You have my support.
Is it true you're the Arisen? That's what I've heard anyhow. Only, I see.
Wickedness has no hope. My prayers will surely
Zimmer.
Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
I don't know what to do. What to do? What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of me. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find any good ones. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true. I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers that ever were. Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already?
Ich will jetzt einen
Well,
Blumenstrauß
take your
herkriegen.
time. You know where to find me.
Gleich der Händler. Und der Händler nochmal.
This isn't much to go on. Hail, friend! Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
Cool. Geht mir gerade raus, oder was?
Allow me to lead the way.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
I quite agree.
Dann wird es beladen. Man muss laufen.
Shall we get some rest then?
Nämlich diente was seltsam. Ein Bummler, der weg, der verdient geschickt Gold, gab das Weiße aus, bricht sich stolz. Er ist ein Zombie. Hm. Nein, 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 nein.
I fought many battles on my journey, but the thrill of felling a colossal foe goes unmatched.
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
Ist das jetzt erledigt, der Auftrag? Oder? Das würde muss ausgehen.
Oh, could use a rest.
This place is lovely.
Lots to do.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melv? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
Okay. Trotzdem muss jetzt der Ausgang.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
What are you waiting for?
Saurians, Master!
Ice attacks will soon see this foe fell! I grant you fire's blaze! Use it well! I will finish this! I will protect you. I'll combine my magic with yours, but you might cast the spell more.
Schwerer. Und auf zwei Hexen da ja.
This is nothing I cannot endure.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
Richtig? Arme.
Shall we gather the materials needed to assemble a bunch of flowers? Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Over here, if you please. We're here, and none the worse for wear.
Huh. Sagt mir was? Ja, krass. Dann ihre Kiste abgeben.
We have obtained a bunch of flowers, as Miss Daphne requested. Now we have but to deliver it to her.
Alter Schwede, hä? Snap, hä?
Suppose I could visit someplace.
So. Daphne.
Hiya, Risen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone. Put it under your pillow, but there's the problem. I've been looking all over. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I could count on you, Arisen. I'll be waiting. Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. They're hard to find, aren't they?
Ernsthaft? Das mache ich nicht mehr heute. Ja, Leute. Das war's. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Wir sehen uns morgen.